vehicles in 5 months report. Motorists accuse police of using hoodlums for extortion. A couple of stories from the Metro Plus pages. Family of slain Ogun. Ex-civil servant seeks justice. Petitions AIG. Enugu to prosecute human traffickers. Sex for marks. ICPC charges suspended Unical professor. Bisman withdraws 100 million naira suit against Benue government. Those are some stories from the Metro Plus pages. Once again, on business side of things, from the Punch, naira to regain value, true value, before December 2023. Oye Daily, MDAs get 21.1 billion naira vehicles in 5 months. That's according to reports. And lastly, Nigerian Breweries records 402 billion naira revenue in 9 months.
All right, to move over to the Cable NG this morning, there are also a number of top stories here on the Cable NG. I saw people sneaking in. Tinubu warns against unauthorized fake meeting attendance. He has privacy rights. FBI, CIA reject request for Tinubu's records. APC to Atiku. Nigeria is greater than your unrealized presidential ambition. Bayo Nanuga. It's time for Atiku to end his unprofitable bid to be president. And we also have this one. Judge orders transfer of $9.8 million seized from ex-NNPC GMD to court registrar's account. Taiwo Yedele, federal government implements new forex rules for fair price by end of 2023. We also have this one. FEC approved 2 trillion naira supplementary budgets. More drama in Rivers as State Assembly suspends Chief Judge. Alright, extra, policewoman misses lyrics of national anthem at Imo retreat. Alright, more stories here right on the front page of the Cable NG. Parliamentary staff begin nationwide strike over delay in financial autonomy to state assemblies. Off-cycle polls, INEC says over 230,000 PVCs uncollected in Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi. It is disturbing. Ohaneze laments lack of interest by Southeast youth in police recruitment. We also have more here. Federal government to hold 3-day retreat for ministers, special advisors from November the 1st. Federal government signs MOU with German firm to boost solid mineral exploration. All right, to take 2 more from the Cable NG this morning. American company to establish tractor assembly plant in Nigeria. And the last one here says, all right, we've taken that earlier. Legal issues will be resolved. Seplat says Tinubu will approve MPNU acquisition.
All right, headlines out of the Premium Times newspapers. Police speaks on Rivers crisis, keeps mom on attack on Governor Fubara. FEC improves 2.1 trillion naira supplementary budget for 2023. Abia government discovers 50 decomposing, 20 headless bodies. Governor Oti. I'm not going anywhere. Atiku says 59 UN officials killed in Israeli attacks on Gaza. Rivers crisis. Police fire tear gas, water cannons at Governor Fubara. Rivers governor dismisses impeachment threat as crisis engulfs State Assembly. More headlines. Ex-Ohanese Secretary Ben Nwabueze is dead. Accept defeat now, APC tells Atiku. 239,746 PVCs yet to be collected in Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi. That's credited to INEC. Presidential Amnesty Program trains first batch of pilots, aircraft engineers. Impeachment. Fubara challenges Rivers lawmakers to name his offences. Abia governor speaks on a new approach to secure Nnamdi Kanu's release. A couple more. Parliamentary workers shut down Edo Jigawa houses of assembly. And lastly, don't come to FEC meeting unless invited, Tinubu warns.
All right, we also have the Daily Trust newspaper here this morning. FEC approves 2.18 trillion naira 2023 supplementary budget. FGGC, Okigwe old students get new president. Edo trains 1,500 vigilantes, hunters to curb crime. A more top story here says Boko Haram may wipe Nigeria off the map. That's according to Zulum. Wike plans to remove Fubara, install Rivers Speaker as governor. That's according to Edwin Clark. NGO vaccinates 20,000 kits as Sokoto records 25% child mortality. After 69 days in custody, popular Kwara traditionalist granted bail. Man demands 1.5 million naira from wife in exchange for divorce. All right, let's look at more stories here on the Daily Trust front page this morning. We have this one: we killed abducted pastor in error. Ogun security outfit admits 90 million Nigerians lack access to electricity. That's according to Tinubu. PDP to Tinubu halt disbursement of Kwara local government funds pending conduct of election. All right, we'll take two more. Paris 2024, that's Paris 2024 Super Falcons battle ready for Ethiopia showdown today. And that appears to be one of the stories from the sporting arena of the paper. And the last one here says, restructure Bauchi APC now. Stakeholders urge Tinubu Ganduje.
Headlines out of the Nation newspaper. Rivers quakes as Governor gets impeachment notice. U.S. court declines request seeking release of Tinubu's FBI record. Nigeria, Germany sign $700 billion solid minerals exploration pact. FEC improves 2.17 trillion naira 2023 supplementary budget. Some more headlines from the Nation. Taraba boat accident, 14 dead, 12 rescued, over 70 missing, 50 decomposing bodies, 20 headless ones, skeletons found at Abia Market, says OT. Public Service marks Ideas Day. Transfer Yakubu seize funds to registrar's account. Court orders EFCC. CBN, Saudi Arabia to separate Kano, conjoined twins in Riyadh. Soludo's drive excites experts. Olushunle is ANA's fellow. History culture meet at community as community celebrates with chess. And lastly, Lagos is Africa's headquarters of gaming. Some of the stories out of the Nation newspaper. We'll take some commercials. When we come back, we'll delve into the analysis and much later take your reactions. You stay with us.
32 FM 94.9.
tí nine mobile network naija gangan bá jẹ́ ayọ̀ rẹ̀ èrè ńlá ń dúró dè ọ́ nígbàkúgbà tí o bá nílò dátà sí láti wo sinimá tàbí gba oríṣiríṣi àjàbalẹ̀ eré ìdárayá nine mobile wà fún ọ pẹ̀lú 1,500 naira péré wàá jẹ ìgbádùn 8 gigabyte látọ̀dọ̀ nine mobile o tún lè fi 9.5 gigabyte ṣe ìfàjẹ pẹ̀lú 2,000 naira péré àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ darapọ̀ mọ́ nine mobile lónìí tàbí kí o tẹ *301# láti yan dátà olówó pọ́kú tí ó ṣe gbẹ́kẹ̀lé nine mobile wà níbí fún ọ wà níbí fún Naija.
My son has a football match at school today, but looks tired already. Wearing his boots slowly, like someone turned down our playback speed.
But with Golden Penny Choco, he eventually comes alive. Now Junior is back on his feet to take on his day. 'Cause I make breakfast time, Choco time.
Golden Penny Choco for everyday energy.
My name na Taiwo Kuka.
My name na Kende Kuka.
We be twins.
We small. Our mama and our papa then they joke say now only one pikin then they expect. But now two of us them get.
Actually, na me then they expect to. Na she then get as a
I
wolf.
beg you.
Na me be the golden child.
Anyway, our life be like this Momo 100% recharge bonus. Where we say you go get double of any amount where you recharge.
Go recharge your MTN line now for Momo app or dial *671# now.
Make Momo summer you better bonus.
Download the Momo app now or dial *671# to enjoy. Momo better pass cash.
Ṣàánú mi.
Hallelujah! Christ United Ministries International City Changers Global pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ Body of Christ ní Ìbàdàn. Wọ́n ń pe gbogbo ọmọ Ọlọ́run síbi ìsọjí ọlọ́jọ́ 5. Tákòrí rẹ̀ jẹ́ orí ọ̀fẹ́. Ìsọjí yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ Wednesday 29 November títí di Saturday 2 December 2023. Láago 5 rọ̀lẹ́ lójoojúmọ́ ní pápá ìṣeré Liberty Stadium tó wà lókè Àdó Ìbàdàn. A máa ṣàyẹ̀wò ìlera fáwọn èèyàn lọ́jọ́ Tuesday 28 látàgọ́ 8 òwúrọ̀ sáago 6 ìrọ̀lẹ́ nígbà tí ìrọ̀nilágbára máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ láago mẹ́sàn-án òwúrọ̀ sáago kan sọ́jọ́ Thursday títí di Saturday 2nd December 2023 ní pẹ́pẹ́ ìṣeré Liberty Stadium Òkè Àdó Ìbàdàn. Ministers Conference máa wáyé ní Mọ̀lété Baptist Church Challenge Ìbàdàn látọjọ́ Wednesday 29 títí di Friday 4th December láago mẹ́sàn-án òwúrọ̀. Àwọn ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tí Jésù máa lò Apostle Matthew Olúwàjọba, Apostle Cornel Akínyẹ̀míjù, Reverend Samson Ajẹ́tùmọ̀bí, Right Reverend Dr. W. Aládékùgbé, Most Reverend Olúmúyìwá O. Ọ̀dẹ́jàyí, Bishop Dr. Francis Wálé-Òkè. Ẹ wá gba orí ọ̀fẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
See how I'm using corner eye to look at you as you keep pressing *321# on your phone. Is it not credit that you want to borrow from Glow?
Yes, now. What happened? Has the code changed?
Where have you been, girl? *303# is the new code to borrow credit and data on Glow.
So the code is no longer *321#, but *303#?
Confirmento. Voila! It worked, oh! Before Uncle, *303#, not before show. But, guy, I hope so the data where you borrow go reach me and you.
Dial *303# to borrow credit and data on Glow and pay later. *303#, new code, same great ease.
Glow Unlimited.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey. And when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of North seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
Connection is very important, especially when it's strong, and you don't realize this until you are cut off. Keep your connection strong at home or on the go with INT'L Home Broadband Internet. Get any of our devices like the 7500 MiFi or the 10,000 router with instant 30 gigabytes or the 20,000 router with instant 100 gigabytes. Hurry to the nearest INT'L shop or visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to get started.
INT'L, a reason to imagine. 32 FM 94.9.
All right, you're welcome back to Break It On Papers Review here on 32 FM 94.9. My name is GBOLABO, famous school, and of course, we're delving straight into the analysis proper this morning.
My name is Kenny Durutilu. Good morning to you out there if you're just joining us. And of course, we're delving into the analysis once again. And to do that for us this morning is Mr. Femi Olukule. Good morning, sir.
Kenny, good morning. Olabo, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Olukule. All right, I wanted us to start off with this fake warning by Tinubu. It's amazing that the president had to issue this kind of warning, because I'm wondering that before even a fly can get access to the villa, it's a whole lot of process, because I do know that there's a lot of checks before you can even have access. Even as a journalist, even with your conventional ID card, company ID card, you can't have access. There is a specialized ID card that is being given to individuals who are press covering the villa. Now, for Tinubu to issue that warning, does it mean that some individuals are already breaking protocols and finding their way into the chambers of FEC itself?
If it didn't happen, the president wouldn't have said it. But that he said it should be of serious concern to all Nigerians, because that is a place that is expected to have the tightest security. Security in that area should be top notch. And if we have infractions on security at Aso Rock, that tells us a lot. And president does not need to just issue warning. One expects him to investigate how that had happened, through who had that happened, and measures to be taken against the culprit who had allowed that to happen, because that is expected to be the highest level of security in the country. So if the president should be lamenting like that, that means the president is not all that safe. And if the president is not safe, then what are we talking about? The country is not safe. So I don't want him to just stop at issuing warnings. He should do thorough investigation and make some people scapegoat for what they have what is happening in that place.
All right, let's take a look at this one. It's a report out of the Punch. They found that a total of 21.1 billion naira was spent on the procurement of vehicles for various MDAs within 5 months. That's the report. Now, that was gotten from the BPP, Bureau of Public Procurement. Now, if you recall, there was a time when former President Muhammad Buhari ordered that MDAs buy only vehicles that were assembled within the country. Now, aside from the exorbitant prices of this, or the exorbitant amounts we're seeing here for vehicles within the space of 5 months, what was all that money used for in terms of where did it go? Was it put back into the economy, and and all of that? Okay, so these are some of the concerns that we have here. What do you make of this recent development and this report?
Yesterday we talked about the insatiable appetite for foreign goods by some Nigerians. And when we talk about this problem, it is not a thing that we can put at the threshold of those who rule us alone. Even those of us that have been ruled, we have an insatiable appetite for anything that is foreign. Anything, just anything that is foreign. So I'm not surprised if that money had been spent buying brands of vehicles from outside Nigeria, from other countries. And we said it here yesterday that we have about 3 vehicle manufacturing plants in this country that are begging for patronage, and Nigerians will not patronize them. If the big ones will not want to patronize these companies, at least one expects ministries and agencies to patronize them, so that our money will be within the boundary of the country called Nigeria, and so that our economy may breathe better as it is gasping now. Now, aside from that, one thing that alarmed me as you were rolling out that figure was, and still remains, is that I remember watching a video clip on a national television where the presenter was drilling, he was asking tough questions, asking a senator tough questions about the vehicles they have just started buying, the vehicles that have started coming in and which they have started sharing amongst themselves. He said he checked online and he discovered that car is 84 or something billion, million per copy, per one rather. And they have said that it's going to go up 160 million per one. So if you look at the difference between 80 something to 160, now who is responsible for cornering that huge amount of money? And this is one of those things that kill Nigerians' economy. Aside from that, the money that we have just listened to now that has been spent on purchasing vehicles for ministries and MDAs, if thorough checks are conducted, you will see that there had been corner cutting. Some people must have inflated the prices of those vehicles. These are the things one expects the president to do. You see, naturally the president is not to do it, but he has to have some people that are honest enough who can represent him to get the people who have purchased the vehicles. Yes, they are purchased, but we can still know how much the real value of these vehicles, because I don't believe in this humongous amount of money that they claim to have spent on the money. Some people must have enriched themselves.
Do you think that more orders like this should be placed? For example, the former president, we don't know if that was followed through to the letter in terms of the order to buy locally assembled cars. Do you think there should have been a follow-through or carryover from the former president and now President Tinubu?
The problem we have in the country is that we don't have continuity in governance of this country. They say government is a continuum, but you discover that where a previous government stopped, the new government will not take off from there. The projects uncompleted by the previous government, the new government will jettison them and start its own, thus wasting money that should be utilized for the betterment of the country and the comfort of the people. However, the previous government of former President Muhammadu Buhari may have said that, okay, you people should buy what is made in Nigeria, the vehicles that are made in Nigeria or are assembled in Nigeria. But the current president, President Tinubu, may not have studied books up to that place. But there are some people who know that that law is in place. There's an instant law that says that you must buy what is made in Nigeria. But they will want to cover it because they know that the president is not aware yet of that kind of law. And then they will quickly cut corner to ensure that they get something. This Judas syndrome, what is in it for me? They will love to cut corner and then get something to themselves illegally. So that is why I said earlier that now that we are having this story, I'm sure that the president will know. If he has not read it, his handlers will have told him. And then we expect him to do something because we cannot continue like this. People cannot be cornering what doesn't belong to them, to themselves.
All right, Mr. Femi, let's look at Rivers State now. There's a lot of drama going on within the House of Assembly itself, and somehow you still find elder statesmen like Edwin Clark believing that Wike has a role to play in all of this. Now, the House of Assembly in Rivers State have moved to impeach Fubara, which is a sitting governor of the state. And now he's been crying out. The governor has said he's ready to die. They've shot at him. I was seeing instances where even the House of Assembly was set on fire somehow from the reports that was saw on some of the dailies. Now, what do we make out of this particular development? What is it telling us? Because obviously this is coming like almost immediately after the elections of President Bola Tinubu has been authenticated. What does this stand for? Because Clark obviously has accused Wike of using power, machinery, state machinery to frustrate the processes in Rivers State already. What do we make out of this recent development?
Well, many times I miss Fela Nicola Kokuti. I miss him. I wish he were alive today. If he were alive today, he would have given us his that music that says where he said demonstration of grace. Well, he gave the meaning, the definition of democracy to be demonstration of grace, and that is the definition that is apt to be used to describe what is happening in Rivers State. Now, I discovered that man has not spent he has not spent more than 5 months in office, and then you want to withdraw him, you want to sack him because there is an alleged friction between him and Wike. A democracy where somebody is a godfather who breathes down the neck of somebody that people voted for is not democracy. It is not democracy at all. It is even worse than militocracy. It's worse than when we have military administration. And that is what is happening in Rivers State. Now, thank God that we have somebody whose voice is respected. Somebody like Pa Edwin Clark, who has a voice that is respected in that region. And it's good that he has spoken. Now, Wike has done his 8 years as governor of that state. He worked for the people, but he handled the people.
Are we holistically picking out Wike? Has it been established that Wike is actually behind all of this? Because the House is saying that misconduct and, of course, corruption on the part of the governor.
What I read, because I read that story generously before I came to the studio, what I read was that the state assembly is populated by Wike's people. He didn't allow them to buy form or to express their intention to go to vie for the offices they vied for as members of the state assembly. He gave them the forms, and you know their allegiance must naturally go towards Wike. That's number one. Number two, we don't know what has caused the friction between Wike and the governor, because Wike worked assiduously to ensure that Fubara became the governor of the state. Now, what has caused that friction, we don't know yet. But the fact of the matter is that when you see an insect dancing on the surface of the water, the drummers must be down below the water there. So we have not been told expressly what really happened, but I know that more especially that the story says that somebody is using state power against the governor, who is the chief executive officer of the state and chief security officer. I think we can suspect what is happening. So if it is Wike, as people are allegedly saying, and as stories we have read are allegedly pointing towards him, I think Wike should tread softly. Look at what has happened. The assembly first sacked the majority leader, who has a soft spot for Wike, and out of 32 people, 24 are for sack of the governor, 8 are for the governor, and the 8 that are for the governor quickly sacked the state speaker of the state assembly and enthroned the majority leader, who the 24 removed. They enthroned him as the speaker of the state, and the next thing that one did was to suspend the chief judge of the state, who they alleged to have soft spot for Wike. So you see the demonstration of grace, according to Fela, in that place. So I just want to call on them not to ignite problem from that place, so that they don't set our democracy on fire. And President Tinubu should be interested in what is happening in Rivers, and every people of good conscience and lover of Nigeria should be interested in what is happening in Rivers State, because that was how it happened in the Western region, when some people were saying that yes, it is the problem of Western region. Before they knew what was happening, it engulfed the entire nation, and we had the first coup. So people must be very careful.
Okay, we'll have to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll be delving into more stories and taking your reactions to the stories making the papers. Stay with us.
FM 94.9.
My name na Taiwo Kuka.
My name na Kende Kuka.
We be twins.
When we small. Our mama and papa then they joke say now only one pikin then they expect. But not 2 of us them get.
Actually, now me then they expect to. Now she then get as a wolf.
I beg you.
Na me be the golden child.
Anyway, our life be like this Momo 100% recharge bonus. Where we say you go get double of any amount where you recharge.
Go recharge your MTN line now for Momo app or dial *671# now.
Make Momo summer you better bonus.
Download the Momo app now or dial *671# to enjoy. Momo better pass cash.
Mommy wa, ṣáwọn ọmọ yín fẹ́ràn mílìkì, ṣé ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́? Milo Active Go ní mílìkì ìdá 20 tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ló ń bẹ nínú Milo fún àwọn ọmọ yín. Tí ẹ bá sì fẹ́ kí ó ṣe yọ̀yọ̀yọ̀ sí, ẹ lè po mílìkì mọ́ ọ sí. Milo, okun láti tẹ̀síwájú.
Milo. Gbogbo wa la ní àwọn kóòdù tá a fi ń ṣe déédéé, kóòdù ọ̀rẹ́, kóòdù ẹgbẹ́ àti kóòdù àyànfẹ́. Kóòdù Glo ti wà lóde báyìí o. Pẹ̀lú kóòdù Glo, ẹ ó ní àǹfààní sí àwọn àṣàyàn Glo pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn láti bá àwọn aṣojú oníbàárà Glo sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Ẹ tẹ 300 láti yan airtime tàbí data. Ẹ tẹ kóòdù *303# láti ṣe àyẹ̀wò airtime lórí Glo. Ẹ tẹ *310#. Ṣùgbọ́n láti ṣe àyẹ̀wò data, ẹ tẹ *323#. Fífi recharge card sínú fóònù, ẹ tẹ *311 recharge card pin #. Láti wọlé sí ètò data Glo, ẹ tẹ *312#. Láti pín data pẹ̀lú ẹlòmíràn, *321#. Èyí tó wá dára jù ń bẹ̀ ni pé tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ rántí kóòdù èyíkéyìí, ẹ tẹ *301#. Lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀, ẹ ó ní àǹfààní láti rí àṣàyàn àwọn kóòdù Glo. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò kóòdù Glo.
Unlimited.
Oúnjẹ ní bó ṣe máa ń mú wa rìnrìn àjò. Tó o bá wá fi ọ̀pọ̀ ewébẹ̀ bíi ẹ̀fọ́ àti úgú sí i, kó o tún wá wọ́n kóró náà pẹ̀lú adùn ẹ̀ sí i. èyí ga jù.
Fún ìdí èyí, jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀ oúnjẹ rẹ sún pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ewébẹ̀ àti adùn kóró náà lónìí jẹun tó dáa.
tí nine mobile network naija gangan bá jẹ́ àyò rẹ̀ èrè ńlá ń dúró dè ọ́ nígbàkúgbà tí o bá nílò dátà sí láti wo sinimá tàbí gba oríṣiríṣi àjàbalẹ̀ eré ìdárayá nine mobile wà fún ọ pẹ̀lú 1,500 naira péré wàá jẹ ìgbádùn 8 gigabyte látọ̀dọ̀ nine mobile o tún lè fi 9.5 gigabyte ṣe ìfàjẹ pẹ̀lú 2,000 naira péré àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ darapọ̀ mọ́ nine mobile lónìí tàbí kí o tẹ star 301 hash láti yan dátà olówó pọ́kú tí o ṣe gbẹ́kẹ̀lé nine mobile wà níbí fún ọ wà níbí fún Naija.
My son has a football match at school today, but looks tired already, wearing his boots slowly, like someone turned down our playback speed.
But with Golden Penny Choco, he eventually comes alive. Now Junior is back on his feet to take on his day. Cause I make breakfast time, Choco time.
Golden Penny Choco for everyday energy.
I'm living the life cause I get to Hey, kọ́ńbù ẹ̀kú àlejò imú gbòǹgbò ọ̀nà ẹ̀kú àlejò ẹsẹ̀ Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé ẹ̀kú àmójúbà Tizeti Network Limited pẹ̀lú Tizeti ìlò omi òjò lẹ́ẹ̀ máa lo ayélujára íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ní yàwàlù torí pé gbajúgbajà ní iléeṣẹ́ Tizeti Network Limited nídìí ìpèsè ayélujára lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà fún iléeṣẹ́ ńláńlá àti olókoòwò kéékèèké lábẹ́ àbúradà Tizeti ẹ lè browse kẹ́ stream kẹ́ sì tún gbá géèmù bó ṣe wù yín láì níkọ̀sẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìlànà ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́mùkú data kèé máa ṣeré ìwọ ni kò má sọ̀fànù 12,500 naira péré lẹ́ẹ̀fì jẹ mùlá data fódìdí oṣù kan gbáko lábẹ́ àbúradà Tizeti láì níkọ̀sẹ̀ ẹ kàn sí wifi.com.ng/oyo ẹ sì lè pe 0122987886 tàbí kẹ́ ẹ tẹ àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ sí internet@wifi.com.ng ayélujára ní yàwàlù.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, it's great to have you back with us. It's the Papers Review, 32 FM 94.9. You can calling now to share your thoughts with us on the stories. 0705 5000 949, 0809 7000 949. Those are the numbers to share your thoughts with us. We're also live on Facebook. You can drop your comments on Facebook as well for us. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Can we have your name and where you're calling us from?
Sorry, this is John Obarewaju calling from Majo.
All right, please go ahead, John.
Yeah, on the issue of Wiki, we normally say that the worst democracy is better than best military regime. And the analyst makes one statement here that this kind of democracy that's happened in River State is like it's even worse than military. Because sometimes the person that made that statement is a woman being. That's how his own perspective. Because if you look at the kind of democracy we are doing here, in fact, I will not say it's even better than best military as far as I'm concerned. I know that I'm calling the military. But the way I'm seeing it, I don't see that it's better than the military. Because how can you, somebody that emerged just 5 months, even if you are the one that put him there, does that mean you will be troubling him? Who did you respect? Who did you listen to? I'm talking about Wiki. Who did he respect? Who did he listen to when he was the governor of River State? Did he listen to anybody? Did he listen to Amechi, who happened to be his boss? So if you were thinking that you will control the person, something like that, it's not going to be easy. He's a governor. You might have the power because you are a federal minister.
All right, John Olarewaju.
We just do like that. And I'm saying this to president that to me, I don't believe in president because
you need to wrap up now.
President did the same thing. Thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you so much for that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I'm John Nuzo. Thank you, my eminent brother here, Mr. Femi Olukunle. I'm calling from Challenge this morning. Well, I don't want to talk in rivers. I'm equally started this morning. And I want to comment with the donation on the temas of eminent legal luminaries constitutional lawyer, Professor Ben Nwabuzi, the leader and the nationalist who's under his organization called the Patriots, constituting of eminent Nigerians, like the Chief Senator, Chief Rotimi Williams Jr., SAN, among other few Nigerians, put pressure on former President Goodluck Jonathan to convoke the 2014 compact. Professor Ben Nwabuzi, as we call has said, that we have in the country 389 ethnic nationalities, and we need to bring these nationalities around the conference to discuss how we are going to live together as one country in peace with the aim of achieving national unity. I commentate with the Nigerian people and the entire country on the premise of this eminence in Nigeria. I'm John Uzo. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, John Uzo Njoku. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Denike.
This is not Denike.
Good morning. Kenny morning.
Good morning. Okay.
Good morning. This is okay.
Okay.
Yes. Like the last caller also said, I commiserate to the family of the eminent man, Professor Ben Nwabueze. I believe we've actually lost a gem, one of the best in this country. To the whole nation, I commiserate with everybody. Now on Wiki, I don't know why we are talking now. When Wike was doing those his brigandage and those his terror settings, we were all celebrating him. When, as we know, Amechi had his own faults, but we all celebrated him. We celebrated the man. We said he was worth it. Now he has continued to display who he really is. Somebody came out to talk about the kind of person he is. We ignored it. We have, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sorry with all these statements. We ain't seen anything yet from Wike. He's going to do more. How I wish the person he put there, Fubara, would actually stand his ground. But I hope let Rivers State and Nigeria as a whole be in peace. We beg them. Good morning.
All right, good morning. 0705 5949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Zingamari calling from Apata.
All right.
I want to ask a question. Can someone be much greater than the governor of a state? When Wike was the governor, nobody can dare try such a thing that he has just tried with Fubara now. Who is Wike? I think they should just try and tame his power. It's biting beyond more than he can chew. Who does that? Yesterday I was watching the news how police this water tank was being pointed towards the governor, and the governor was being sprayed with water. Who does that in a democracy? Like what our analyst said, demonstration of grace. This is unjust. That means the life of the governor is at stake. Let Wike be cautioned and let the life of the governor be preserved. I stand with Fubara. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Binga Mario. Mr. Lukuli, I want us to also look at some other issues here. And now we'll go over to Facebook very shortly, but then this has to do with the presidency telling Atiku to retire now because of some of the criticism on the Supreme Court verdict. Is it a case of the kettle calling the pot black?
You have said it.
Okay.
And nobody has any right to tell him to retire. He will determine for himself and by himself if he wants to retire from active politics. But since he said he has not, he's not going to retire, yes, he has the right because it's a inalienable right to determine that for himself.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Hello.
Hello, you can hear you. What's your name?
Yes, this is my Kelebalabi from Alakashebo.
Okay.
I just want to comment on the statement related to Baba Gana Sulim of Borno State, who said that if care is not taken, Nigeria will be wiped off the map. It's because of this insecurity. Our government should be this security a paramount attention. Because in the absence of insecurity, there is no meaningful development that can take place. Governor Sulu is one of the governors I respected most in Nigeria because he just talk for stopping sake. That's my comment on that one. On the issue of Taraba, which one where passengers lost their lives, the governor are now investigating investigating panel. Why is it that Nigeria will like instead of boosting proactive emotion? At the end of the day, we're going to begin probe. What's going to happen to the relative of those who lost their life? Have a nice day.
All right, have a nice day too. Of course, moving back to Facebook, we can also take some comment here on Facebook. We have this one from Tolokpe Adeyemi. Good morning. Do unto others what you want them to do unto you. Yes, Wike is nothing but a village masquerade, as proudly described by Atiku Abubakar during the last election. Who wants to be in charge of everything? What is happening currently in Rivers State is a clear pointer to the fact that Wike is a selfish man who is only after his selfish interest, as against what people think of him, which is very bad. And as such, his excesses should be curbed before his shenanigans get out of hand. All right, we also have some other comments here.
Okay, Raji Afiz says, good morning and to everyone in studio. On the issue of Rivers State Assembly crisis, honestly, Wike needs to take it softly within a year. Now, Fubara wanted to have issues with him. God bless Nigeria. He says, Mr. Femi, I'd like to take your thoughts on this one, the electricity situation in the country right now. Just yesterday, Mr. President said that Nigeria's power sector, the privatization had failed to meet its objectives, and the national grid currently serving only 15% of the country's electricity demand. Now they're talking about recapitalization of power distribution companies, under capitalization of the discos as well. Big words being thrown all around. How do we fix this situation once and for all? The electricity situation. Why does it feel like it's rocket science solving this problem?
I think the evaluation is coming very, very late because it's 10 years ago that we privatized that sector, that most important sector of the economy, and we are now evaluating now that where it has failed abysmally. It came very, very late. It could have been done probably 2-3 years after we started the experiment. However, there is nothing bad in privatization. In a colleague of mine, a brother of mine in UK, said that it is not a single outfit that supplies electricity there. If this one fails, other ones will have come in between to ensure that people are not left in darkness in the UK. So that we broke the monopoly of NEPA is not a sin, but because people are not monitored very well, and because people who are entrusted with a supply of electricity have failed us, and those who are to monitor them did not monitor them. Those who are to do the evaluation did not do it at the right time. But now that the president has said that he wants to inject new life into it, that is what Nigerians are waiting for, so that the money we spend on energy will be, that the masses spend on energy will be minimized,
right,
and we have good breath for the economy.
We have to leave. We overshot our time this morning. My name is GBOLABO Femosco, and we must say a big thank you to you, Mr. Femi Lukunle, for doing this with us.
Thank you very much.
My name is Kenny Durutulu. The Smart Kid Show is up next.